Hello and welcome back to Esoteric Ramblings. I'm Jesse Arnold, and today I'm giving you the comic rundown, Week 10 of 2021. Welcome back, everyone. It is Esoteric Ramblings comic rundown, Week 10, March 10th, 2021. A lot of good stuff out this week. And we're just going to jump right into it here. I will say this. Thank you very much for all the comments and interactions on the last couple of videos. I really appreciated it. I will probably do another Raya review after I watch it again to get more in-depth with spoilers and talk more about it instead of just blubbering about how much I enjoyed it and thought it was beautiful. So if you are into that, it will be coming later this week. And I've got some other ideas for things I'm going to do that aren't like reaction immediate things that are coming out, so we'll see what happens. If you're into that, stay tuned. I'll have some more things coming your way. So let's get started with this week's new comic haul, starting with Amazing Spider-Man number 61. We've got Spider-Man in a new suit. They explain the new suit in this issue. It is not at all what I thought it was going to be when they announced or revealed or leaked this new suit a couple months ago. But hey, it's interesting. I don't know if I like it. I don't think I'm supposed to like it, what's going on. So we'll see. I'm not giving up on Spider-Man yet, seeing as they just had him reunite with Mary Jane, so I definitely want to see where those storylines go. But yeah, this is a fun issue. We'll see where it goes. So it's one of those, without getting into it, it's one of those things where it's not badly written. It's the hero is doing something that they don't like doing, and I don't like having to read that they don't like doing it. So we'll see where it goes. It's definitely an interesting book, and I just realized I did not put my cover of the week and top 3 at the bottom, so bear with me as I try to sort this out really quick. Make some quick decisions here. Okay. Yeah, okay. That'll work. That will work. Okay. Number 2 for the week, or second on the list, not my number 2 for the week. Next up is the delayed and anticipated Children of the Atom number 1. The X-Men have sidekicks, I believe, is how they initially pitched this story last year or the year before. Wasn't quite what I was expecting, which is good, and I enjoyed it. I think the art's great. Some of it was a little hard to track, some of the pacing or direction, but I did enjoy it. It does deal with the actual X-Men a little bit, so it was nice to see them doing more than just kind of their statecraft stuff, which is definitely part of this issue, and I am definitely in to see where this goes. And yeah, so it's a great debut issue, great start off to a new series with all new characters. So it's something different. I think that's what I really like about it. It's a different take. It's a different entry into the whole X-Men stuff. So even though I don't have a huge attachment to these new characters yet, I'm excited to see where this storyline heads and what they do with it. And then it's not just like a one-off thing. That I hope it has some ramifications down the road and builds into some things. So, good start. Can't wait to see what's next. This issue, Eternals number 3, probably should have placed a little higher because I actually really enjoyed this issue. And it is a gorgeous cover and great artwork inside. It's still Eternals. It's still a lot to learn. It's a lot of characters I don't know anything about, and that's okay. But I'm enjoying what I'm learning and finding out and seeing where the story goes. There's some great moments in there with Icarus and some of the regular citizens that he's interacting with. So yeah, I'm definitely digging the story. Yes, so it's making me more excited for the Eternals movie whenever that comes out. Not that I expect it to follow this storyline, but I feel like I'll at least have somewhat of an understanding of who these characters are by the time the movie comes out. So up next is Star Wars issue 12. This issue, this is also almost made my top 3 list. I really liked this issue. We get to see Han and Kes Dameron kind of telling stories about their significant others. So this is in between the episodes Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. I believe there is a year time frame between those movies in canon now. And we're exploring that, and I'm really enjoying this. It took the story away from the fleet maneuvering stuff, and it got a little more personal, which I think is great with Star Wars. You need that. And, Kes is worried because Charbet, his wife, and mother of Poe Dameron, is trapped on an Imperial Star Destroyer, and they're trying to just kind of reconcile with each other after all the noise, he and Leia, just about their pasts with their others. So Leia and Han, Kes with Charbet, and it's really cool. I liked reading the meeting between Kes and Char, like how they came together. And I was doing a little math in my head because they do reference that Poe looks like a toddler, or at least a newborn in this, or more than a newborn. So it's making me wonder how old Poe Dameron was in The Force Awakens, since that's supposed to be about 30 years after. I figured his character was younger than he seems. I thought, just in context of the movies, I thought he was younger than he was. What is? Anyway, this is a great issue. Really cool flashbacks. There's a whole cool story with Han and Chewie on Hoth that is new to all of us, but it works it into where it doesn't feel like it's a retcon thing that isn't known. So that's what I've really liked about this whole Star Wars series since Marvel got them back, is just fleshing out all these gaps between the movies in a different way, and I'm really enjoying that. Up next is the new Wonder Woman, as we go into the Infinite Frontier storylines in DC's books, because, you can't publish a line of comics if you don't have a publishing initiative like New 52 or Rebirth or Infinite Frontiers to label it as, instead of just letting them be their own comics. But hey, this was actually pretty cool. Diana finds herself, and there's 2 covers. So there's the regular cover and the gatefold alternate cover with this whole cast and rogues gallery, if you will. Diana finds herself in basically the Greek afterlife, and it's really interesting to see that story. I keep saying interesting. I need to get better words, because that's becoming very uninteresting. I thought it was exciting because I like all the different types of mythologies, and some of them I know more of than others. Some of them I know very little, other than they exist. And Norse mythology I know a little bit about. So it was fun seeing a different take on Asgard and Valhalla and Thor than we get in the Marvel comics, because they're very far afield from the actual mythology, at least what I understand of them. So it was nice seeing something a little more. And it's still very comic book, very much DC and their view of it, but it's just a different take. So I liked that, and I like seeing Diana find her place in this world. So yeah, it was a cool issue. Enjoyed it. And next up is, and that's Wonder Woman 770, by the way. And the last one for the regular rundown is X Factor number 8. We've got, it looks like it might be the penultimate issue to the Morgan Le Fay or storyline, or Morrigan. I can't remember. I know it's a thing. Morrigan. Yeah, not Morgan Le Fay. Morrigan. The Morrigan. So yeah, we'll see how this plays out. I'd like to see Siren get to rejoin the comics. Again, she's not a character I'm hugely attached to, but I like her enough that I want to see her back to her old self. I eventually would like to see all the X-Men be back to their old selves, because for the most part, most of them don't feel very much like the characters I know. But that's alright. That's for another video. Cover of the week. This is, I believe, the third cover in this series from Arthur Adams. Strange Academy number 9, the class variant with the different characters. I just love these up-close portraits of these characters. I think Arthur Adams is a fantabulous artist, and I really enjoy what he does. And I like seeing him get to play with more creature designs instead of the things that he's more widely known for. I think he does great creature and character designs, so it's fun seeing him do this, and I just really like, I think the colors on this are really great. So this issue also lands really close to my top 3 list anyway, because this series has been great. It's a family day at the Strange Academy, and that leaves for all sorts of shenanigans, tomfoolery, hijinks, and whatnot. So check that one out if you like seeing the magical kids of the MCU. We actually get to see this red-clad witch that everybody seems to be talking about online these days. Wanda gets to make a guest appearance in this issue, so that's nice to see her, because I have not seen her in much of the comics I've been reading recently, so it's nice to see her back in something. Alright, top 3 of the week. Comic Rundown 2021, week 10. March 10th. Today. Issue number 4 of Homesick Pilots is my number 3 pick for the week. This issue was really cool. Getting to see a little bit more of the functionality of the world. You get to see Ami figuring out more of what's going on around her, and the powers and interactions she has with the house. And it was cool. This is a really weird, interesting story. I absolutely love it, and can't wait for more. So yeah, check out Homesick Pilots. Number 2 for the week: Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Jennika 2, issue number 5. This is continuing on the storyline from last month, where Jennika meets a gazelle, a woman who is a gazelle or antelope of some sort in Mutant Town, who asks her to go check on her son because her son is still a human in the outside world, and she was tied to the mob. And yes, so again, TMNT always lands pretty high on my list because they're just killing it with storylines and great storytelling, great comics, great artwork. Jennika 2, Series 2, Issue 5, number 2 pick of the week. I believe there is one more issue to wrap this storyline up, so i.e. seeing as how tied Jennika's storyline is into the events happening in the mainline book, I'm really, really into where this is going to go. And my number 1 pick for the week, seeing that it's not a book that's been on my list very long, and it probably should have been based on the writer alone, but with the writer and creative team on this, Daredevil number 28 lands as my top book for the week. I really enjoyed this. The King in Black storyline is over, but the repercussions of what happened between Matt getting infested while in prison and Elektra being Daredevil out in the world is just really, again, not characters I'm super familiar with as far as like long history. I know the basic stuff that everybody knows, but I really like seeing Elektra struggle with what it means to be Daredevil and how she perceives Matt's take on all of that. And Kingpin, him being, mayor of New York and all that stuff. So this is a great rundown this week. A lot of great books. I really enjoyed all of them. And I will throw in another one here. I wasn't going to show it, but I'm going to. Because I got it solely for the cover. I feel bad because I usually don't like showing off books I get just for the cover. But it is another Art Germ variant for Blade Runner Origins that I think is just gorgeous artwork. I will probably read this eventually, but I have not read it yet because I got it for the artwork. So there's nothing like having a little $4 poster hanging around your house. So anyway, that is it for the rundown this week. I will hopefully be back with something new, different thoughts on a thing, a ramble later this week, as there's no WandaVision this week, and I'm not going to do a reaction to the behind the scenes. So I'll be back with my comic haul next week and the first episode or whatever it is they put out for Falcon and Winter Soldier. And in the meantime, have a great day. Ramble on.